Hello, 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 and welcome to the weekly live inspiration show. Today, I have a privilege and honor to have Julie Ritchie in the room who will talk about how to attract your ideal clients with ease and joy in the female energy. So, Julie is a coach, is a business coach who helps female entrepreneurs attract clients. Julie, welcome. Would you like to introduce yourself and share whatever you have to share?
Yeah, well, hi everyone, and thanks for having me. I'm so excited to be here. Yeah, as Val said, I am a coach and I help female entrepreneurs and specifically coaches to create clients and have their first six-figure year. And I love talking about balancing masculine and feminine energy in business for amazing results without the burnout. So that's me. Yeah.
Wonderful. So it's so interesting, female and male energy. So for those who are new to this concept, to this knowledge, would you mind sharing a little bit what is female and what is male energy in your point of view?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So, yeah, masculine and feminine energy actually has nothing to do with being a man or a woman. Interestingly, we all have both energies within us. So, you can have a woman who is predominantly masculine energy, and you can have a man who's predominantly feminine energy. It has to do with the different types of energy, a bit like yin and yang. And what I have found in life, in dating, and certainly in business is things just work better when we balance the two and we have the two working together in a really holistic synergistic way. So yeah, that's been my experience. I used to be predominantly in my masculine energy, and that is the way our society is generally trained to be. That's the sort of given way to do business. And for me, I found that operating that way very much, and I'll explain in a minute what masculine and feminine energy are, but very much in the doing, thinking from the neck up, masculine energy. And there's nothing wrong with that. But as a woman, a feminine energy woman, when I did that over time, for me, it became very dry. It led to exhaustion and it led to burnout. So around 6 years ago, I began to play with this idea of what if I bring feminine energy into business, and what would that look like and what difference would it make? And for me, it was once I did that and I brought in the feminine energy and the space and the creativity, and then I had my first six-figure year. Now, since then, obviously I'm sharing this with my clients, they're loving it too, but since then this conversation has become a lot more popular online, which is great because I think it's the time to have this conversation.
Wonderful. I completely resonate. So, with you, what you are sharing there, male and female energy is really important to have a balance between them. In my example as well, burnout is easily achieved with male energy. When you do tasks and you don't take that grounding female energy, that amazing, fulfilling, and all this easiness and joyfulness is about female energy. And would you mind elaborating more on examples? What is female and male energy for you? And just quickly, welcome to those who are watching us live. Please hashtag live. We would like to connect with you and see who is watching us live. And those on replay, I do hope you'll enjoy these conversations. So going back to female and male energy, what is, in your opinion, like examples for our audience to get more clarity on that?
Yeah, great question. So Masculine energy is all about doing, thinking. It's very logical, it's very linear, it's goal oriented. It's our planning, it's our to-do list, it's our activities, it's all the doing that we do in life and business. Masculine energy is about achievement, it's about the I, it's about the physical, and it's logical. Feminine energy, and masculine energy is about giving. People get that confused, but feminine energy is about receiving. It's about being rather than doing. So just being in the moment. It's about space, creativity. It's about the divine and our connection to the spiritual and the divine. It's about collaboration. Whereas masculine energy is linear, like, let's just get this done, let's hit our targets. Feminine energy tends to be more cyclical. We work in cycles. And so feminine energy, for me, in business, I think, well, I know we need both, right? We need the masculine goals and structures, and the masculine supports the feminine, but we also need the space, the time for creativity, the topping up, the self-care, the collaboration, right? And I always say feminine energy is like the juice. It's the power that makes all the masculine strategies work.
Wonderful. That was my next question. How has it manifested? Like, what difference has it made when you started? Because you mentioned 6 years ago, shifting from more masculine energy, male energy, into more female energy in the business. So you already mentioned that it like more creativity, make more alignment, make those masculine tasks work, masculine activities. How else has it manifested? And how you mentioned how this has helped you to reach 6 figures. So this is very intriguing. So I think for those watching us will be a lot of curiosity. They will have a lot of curiosity to learn about this. So how has it manifested? How has it helped you build this empire?
Well, look, first I should say we need both energies. It's not to just throw the masculine energy out. But for me, 6 years ago, I'd already started my coaching business. I've been doing this nearly 10 years now, if you can believe that. But in the beginning, I remember it was all about just tell me what to do. I'm going to work, and I'm going to do. And that got me so far. But oh boy, was it exhausting. And that's when the burnout hits. So for me, at my lowest point, I was going through a divorce and I had no clients. I had a mountain of debt because I'd been investing in coaching. And I actually went back and got a job for a little bit. And I was doing marketing for an animal charity. Silver lining, I met my dog there. But anyways, so then I relaunched my business again because I was a terrible employee. If you've been self-employed, you're anything like me, you don't want to work a job, you want to do your own thing. So I was plotting my escape and I relaunched my business around 6 years ago. But I had to figure out this client creation piece. I had to get clients consistently. And so again, I set off and I was doing a lot of stuff and I did create some clients and I was able to go full time in my business. But again, I was overwhelmed. I was doing all the things. I was like an octopus on roller skates, trying to do a million different things in my business. And it was exhausting. And the results were, so. I'd get a client here or there, but I never really knew what had caused the clients, if that makes sense. So one day I remember I was in this business coaching program and it was great, but there was so much information, so many things to do. And I just got frustrated and I threw my hands up in the air. I said, there must be a better way. And that's actually when I dropped into my feminine, because I stopped pushing at that moment of pure frustration, when it felt like I'd been working so hard and nothing was working and I wasn't earning the money I wanted. And I just said, oh, I didn't give up, but I was just like, I don't know what to do, And in that moment of space, the universe came in and I just took a step back and I said, just show me, just show me. And in that kind of pause, taking a breath, stop pushing, there was enough space. And I was guided and I looked, and there were just 4 activities that were actually leading to clients in my business. So I said, okay, let me stop listening to all this noise from the gurus and all these different ways you can do things. And let me just focus on these 4 client creation activities. And let me be intuitively guided. Let me really tap into that inner wisdom. And so I
Wow.
started doing that in my business. And oh, guess what? Full schedule of clients, and then the 6-figure year in my coaching business. But it was only once I allowed that kind of that intuition, and then I got really focused. I stopped trying to do all the things, and it just worked. I started creating clients consistently, had my first 10K month, and then on from there, and then the 6 figures in 1 year. So that was my experience.
This is gold, Julie. This is a gold experience and a gold awareness. Once you, because I think many of our who is watching us, or many of people who will watch us on replay, they have reached or have had experience of burnout in their life, especially in their coaching, consultancy business, when marketing and so on and so on. When they try lots of stuff new, they see one strategy working for another person, they try that strategy, another strategy comes their way, so they try and they reach the point when, as you said, Julie, you reach a point when you almost give up. And this is gold what you've done there, giving focus, shifting the focus and giving space for female energy to align everything, for it to come, for the clients to come your way, for the energy to align and so on, is gold. I believe many people would benefit from learning the 4 steps that you have shared, the 4 things that you have shared, that you experienced and you've seen as a pattern, what helped you create those 10K and then 6-figure business. So would you mind sharing those?
I'd be happy to share. Yeah. And just to what you were saying, yes, it was the space, but I also then did take action. I did these 4 activities, and that's, everything we teach in our program. So it's a combination of the two, is so powerful. But yes, happy to share the 4 client creation activities with you. I'll go through them and then I'll unpack them a little bit for your audience. So
Wonderful.
number 1 is generate. Okay. Number 2 is nurture. Number 3 is create. And number 4 is ask. So generate, nurture, create, ask. And this is what I teach. Okay. So generate, we're talking about generating leads. Now, I know everyone's heard this before, but what I noticed is that we do need to generate leads, and leads just means new people into your audience, new people into your world, right? But people get so stuck in this area. They don't know what to do, how to do, they absolutely get stuck. And so what we do in our program is we help you focus on one strategy that works for your personality. That is so important, because there are a million tactics out there that the gurus teach. Now, why that doesn't work is because number 1, if you're just trying to copy something you see someone doing online, which I've totally done that, right? I've been there. You don't know all the moving parts and pieces that go on for that strategy behind the scenes. That's why it doesn't work. Second, maybe that particular tactic doesn't work for you as an individual, right? So what we do is we get to know our clients, we get to know their personality, and we help them choose the lead generation strategy that is going to work for them, because then they will do it. And that's really key, right? And then they will feel confident and they'll start seeing leads come in and it feels good and it's an upward spiral. So that's generate leads. Okay. And then number 2 is we got to nurture our leads, people. Okay. So this is step number 2 that we teach in Fierce Feminine and Free, our client creation program. It's all about, all right, what do you do with those people in your audience? So often the big mistake I see people making is they do the work to generate the leads and then they don't do anything with them. And the people just sit there in the audience. And we have this idea that, because they're in my audience, they should see what I'm doing and they should just immediately want to come to work with me. It doesn't work like that. So absolutely, we need to nurture those people. And we have a specific way we teach you to do that, that has to do with building relationships, that has to do with serving and giving relevant content. And we teach all of this. Obviously, can't get super deep into it today, but you've got to nurture those people so that they go from just being somebody in your audience to seeing you as an expert who can help them, who they are going to pay, so that then when you invite them to work with you, they're going to say yes. So that's nurture, step 2. And then we've got create. And it sounds like a lot, but really it isn't. It's actually very simple. Simple, but you got to know how to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got create, and create client magnetic content, right? Posting is not marketing. So often we're like just posting and hoping that something will land. That is not creating client magnetic content. So we're going to create content, and we teach you how to do this, that actually leads to people saying yes and positions you as the expert, shows your audience that you get them, and has them see the value in your work. Because so often I hear, and I've experienced this too, I've got this amazing thing, like, why is no one seeing the value, right? That can be part of the journey, and it's so frustrating. So the client magnetic content takes care of that. And then finally, the last step is you got to ask people. You're going to ask people to work with you. You're going to invite them. And there's a way of doing that without feeling spammy and salesy. And when you've done the other steps, it doesn't feel spammy and salesy. So those are the 4 client creation activities, and they do lead to consistent clients, sales calls every week, and 6 figures in your coaching business, if that is something you are going for.
Wonderful. I really love each of your steps that you shared, and I think I already want to work with you on those. But for those watching us live or on replay, hashtag yes if these any of the areas that 4 steps that Julie shared is something that your business is missing, something that you feel that you need to work on in your business, that you feel that it will help you transform and take your sales to the next level. So, Julie, you have mentioned these 4 steps. How has it helped? It helped you, definitely. You shared that you reach. How has it helped your clients? In what ways has it helped? And what results has your client got?
Great question. Yeah. So absolutely. So when my clients have been working with the 4 client creation activities, what it's done is they've stopped being that overwhelmed octopus on roller skates, trying to do all the things. It brings them focus, so they know what to work on when they sit down at their desk. So many tell me, oh, I love having the step-by-step process. It's not cookie cutter, but there is a process, and it's simple, but we teach you, because there are nuances, right? There are things you need to know. But it's helped them to get focused. It's helped them to get organized. What then happens is they start to book sales calls, and they start to sign clients. Their confidence goes up, and then they start creating, usually first 6K months and then the 10K months. So this is typically the journey when someone comes into Fierce Feminine and Free and starts implementing the 4 client creation activities. Those are some of the sort of tangible results. What it does inside of a person is really beautiful to see. So, I've seen women come in, and, we all have kind of visibility fears and things like that, but we have some tools inside of the Fierce Feminine Free program. And I've seen women just blossom and come into their own power, and that, they get to express their message in a way that has people value their work, that has people say, yes, I want to work with you. I know you can help me. And this is so good for the soul, and I've seen women, our clients whose lives have changed. I was doing a success interview yesterday, and the lady was telling me, well, I love it because I get to work at home. I set my own schedule. I can take the dog for a walk in the middle of a day. She's saying she spends her money because she had her first 11K month I think it was last month. And she can spend money on supplements that she wants. She gets an organic veg box. So It really does make a difference. And then, of course, they carry that forward to their clients. Now they're on mission, they're working and they're supporting people. So it really is a ripple effect.
Mm. Amazing. Awesome to hear that. And in terms of, you mentioned some results in terms of a timing, like usually how long does it take for the strategies to start working and seeing those tangible results?
It very much depends on the person coming in. So this particular program is a great fit for somebody who knows their niche. And they've maybe signed a few clients, but they're not having consistent clients. They're not making the money that they want. They're probably frustrated because they're doing a lot of work, but it just isn't producing the results that they want. If somebody comes in at that level, within the because Fierce Feminine and Free is 90 days, it's a 90-day program currently. So typically within that time, they might create 3 high ticket clients and they get the processes working in their business. And then from there, the sky's the limit. You know, we have a graduates program that people can come into if they want to, once they graduate from Fierce Feminine and Free. But, you know, it's varied. It depends on the person. It depends on their mindset, how much they implement, things like that. But you know, you can go look at the client success stories in the guide section of our group. There's lots of them there. I've had one woman created a 13K week in Fierce Feminine and Free. We've had a new coach who created 12K in sales inside of Fierce Feminine and Free. So, you know, it does vary. And, you know, then some people are a little bit of a slower burn. But I would say that when people come in at that who I've described, they get results. And oftentimes when they've been in other programs that haven't got results before. And I think a lot of that has to do with how focused it is and the support. It's a very high touch program. People have access to me as the coach. So yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, wonderful. And you already touched who is this for, but can you share who is your ideal clients? Who are you looking for to work with?
Yeah, sure. So I love working with women coaches. That's who my heart is for. You know, I sometimes work with other kind of service-based professionals like photographers, graphic designer, but I get a lot of coaches, and it's female entrepreneurs. It's women who have a big mission in the world, right? And they know they are here to do something special. They know that they have this message inside of them and they have something to offer, but it's not, their message is not connecting. They are not getting the clients that they should be, quite honestly. And so they come in and we clean all that up, and then it's beautiful what happens from there. So that is who it's for.
Amazing. And how about Julie? How about those who are not yet, they know they have a mission on this world. They know they want to do something big to help people, but do not know where to start. How about those people? Can you help them with this for generating?
Look, the best thing for those who are nearer the beginning is come into our free group on Facebook, our free community. Do Business Like a Woman is what it's called. And I'm sure we can put the link in under the episode. Thank you. But in the guides section of that group, there are free resources, video trainings on how to do the 4 client creation activities, how to sign your first clients. There's stuff on mindset, feminine energy. It's all there. So go absorb that. It's my gift to you. You know, I'm always active in the group too, so you can ask me questions. And that typically helps somebody create their first few clients. When you've done that, you're ready for Fierce Feminine and Free. You can come join us.
Amazing. And my next question is, obviously we will insert all the links under the comments under this post, but how to find you, Julie? Where people can find you?
Yeah, so the best place to find me is on Facebook. That's my preferred platform. So my company's called Do Business Like a Woman, and we have a group. You can search for us. And then I'm on Facebook. I'm Julie Ritchie. So you can also connect with me. I love connecting with people there.
Definitely, I will hashtag you, Julie. I will so people can click on your profile and connect. And please do, if you have any questions, do ask them now or do ask them in the comments or under the post. We will answer them with huge pleasure. And Julie, before we wrap this call up, we mentioned we started this call with female energy, and would you mind sharing one tool or one exercise on one thing that help you get into that alignment and female energy so that you can do your business with ease, joy, and happiness?
Yeah, great question. I love that. So, I think that having a feminine energy practice that you enjoy, and it can look different for each of us, but some of my clients, they love things like walking in nature. Journaling is a feminine practice that you can do. Any kind of meditation or guided meditation. I have a rebounder, a little trampoline, and in between client sessions, I go in the garden and bounce on that, and it just gets me back in my body. It's really anything that helps you to be present. It's not so much about doing, but it's just about connecting with yourself. So just having a little ritual, maybe it's part of your morning routine, and just picking something, whether it's journaling, whether it's quiet meditation time, whether it is a walk in nature, and having that be part of your day will allow you to connect with your feminine energy and bring it through into the business.
Oh, love it so much. I trust many of us experience when you have a busy day and when you walk in the nature, it just grounds yourself and it brings you back into the body. And it's really interesting to learn the way, the techniques that works for you in order to bring that female energy and in order to be more mindful, be more present, be more in that moment rather than in the past or in the future, as many of us do live in more in the past or in the future.
Our minds are so busy sometimes, so it's just kind of bringing it back and, yeah, getting into the body.
Absolutely, getting into the body. And Julie mentioned previously, for those who just joined us or who is watching on replay, some 4 generating steps, activities that you can implement in order to bring more clients and have more sales, plus have more female energy in your business and bring more of it that will bring more clients. So I would like to thank so much Julie for joining us live today and for sharing all these invaluable tools and all this knowledge, which I hope will help those watching us. And I wish you a lovely rest of the day and a lovely weekend. And thank you so much, Julie, again for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me. Really appreciate it. And I'll just leave everyone with, if you have that dream in your heart, you can do it. I promise you really can.
Love it. Thank you so much, Julie. Have a nice day. Bye.